castle of sand, waiting on a battle sword handle all in my hand. The war forces more toward my door with demands more important than the fortune that you poured in my pan. From freestyling to recording advance, can you please reinforce all my borders and bands? I should've put it towards some plans. Want a forest, gotta water some plants. Normally ignoring the branch is par for the course, but when you hold a culture you can't parkour over a part. You gotta march forth
And here we are at Cambrian Hall as the giant chandelier provides light for what should be a fantastic showdown. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
Time for our tale of the tape. It's Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179. And he'll be fighting the man nicknamed Sugar. It's Ray Leonard. He's got a reach of... Saul Canelo Alvarez, a four-division, multi-time world champion. Quite simply, one of the greatest. It's Sugar Ray Leonard, one of the four kings of boxing alongside Roberto Duran, Marvin Hagler, and Thomas Hearns. He may be the best of the bunch.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Fighting out of the blue corner from Palmer Park, Maryland, a legend of the sport, a 5-division champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves. And here we go.
This place is like a coliseum. When it's packed out, the fans are there. You can hear the punches. You can smell the sweat. The heat is second to none.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. And that's the opening bell, round 1. You don't want to trade shots. The jab not finding its target. The perfect counter lands. They exchange punches. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Those counter punches have to hurt. That counter shot lands. And he blocks the left uppercut. Counter punch right up the middle. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. No rest for the weary. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Good counter punching. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez Alvarez in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Just get your breath back. You were this round. I need you to get back out there. I need you to win.
Good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away.
Just box him. Be smart. Get your shots off and don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, right? There's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that.
The jab's working nice. Those 1-2 straight down the
Round, all right? But we don't care. Go out there and win this.
back into the fight. Great round. Just the same again.
Win this round. You had everything in the bag. Now you've let him back into it.
You're getting your time in already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it.
Time back. Get your focus back.
And there's the bell for round 2. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. It's bombs away. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Do you believe this? This fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
Oh, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. Trying to land that jab. Which fighter will say no mas? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. What a punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talking about Alvarez in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
I need you to focus on what...
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good man. Good man.
You're better than this, kid. Go back out there and win the round.
Set him up. We can take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely...
And there's the bell to start round 3. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. So much firepower here. Beautiful counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Good one. Nice defense on that right hook. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
counter punch caught him clean. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Get focused. Get your...
Great work. I love that. I love that. The jab slick. Just keep him on the end of his jab.
On to the fourth we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Good counter punch. So much for boxing. This is a fight. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Beautiful counter punch. Catch and shoot. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be. Having second thoughts in the ring.
The right hook misses. And he just missed with that left jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alvarez in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
Wow, you know what? I've been in fight.
On to the fifth we go. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not clear. Be sharp.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter shot. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. And that jab just missed with the left hand. Perfect counter shot. That jab misses. Oh my word! What an upset here as Alvarez goes down! Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
That's lights out right there.
Talk about Alvarez in that last last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Can make or break.
On to the 6th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
You're right, Todd.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And he misses with the left uppercut. How about that time counter shot? That hook won't score. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, if this trainer has a pep talk, now's the... And there's the bell for round 7. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, and you're prepared to take a lick it, because you've got to get some before you get them close.
Good punch. Sugar Ray is down. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
I need to see that again.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, then he's out of there.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
It's that ever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He should be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Both men step back for just a moment. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard. There's the bell to start round 8. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Nice counter punch. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
A shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
I've got to see that again.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Jab misses. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Oh, Leonard just got rocked. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is.
Another down. All damn, just what have I become? No chance, I'm still what they waiting for. No brain on stage, been here before. Hold on too much, gotta let it go. No pain, I'm out of it, ain't involved. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I was dead wrong. Flown out the way for that info. Feel lost, but I know that we close. Speed down my lane on the road. Feel like I've been here before, but maybe switching my roles. Cold dude, no you, now you ain't never that. So lose, I do, I gotta run it back. Cold dude, no you, now you ain't never that. So lose, I do, I gotta run it back. Another one time be fun, I think my end just begun. Another one last time please ya. Nah, I ain't live to please ya. Ain't got no plans to be through with this whole thing to see through. And I ain't trying to be cool, nah, I'm just trying to be true. But all I do is see blue, at least the 10 in my room. Feel like it's trying to consume, but I'm just days to refuse. Or maybe make it out soon. I assume that my doom ain't the worst of the guess what my purpose is. Start my verse, then I fall when the curtain ends.
I'm Todd Grisham, and not a bad day for a fight. We're live at the Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first, it's Amir Khan. He's Bolton's finest. Usually you don't need a weather. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. Those counter punches have to hurt. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Good counter punch. So much for boxing. This is a fight. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. How will these two fighters handle the outdoors? We're fighting under the sun here for this big showdown.
Well, Todd, let me explain to you. We are outside. Nobody can turn the temperature down. Nobody can turn the sun down. When that sun's beating on you, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're getting hit, when you're getting hurt, there's no cool fan that's dropping in there. This is where it's real fighting. Fighter on fire.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Misses with the jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Garcia in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Oh, and it's flashing lights for the flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Perfect counter shot. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
That counter shot lands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Every second, every minute of this fight.
Focus back. Get that jab back.
Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
How about that time counter shot? Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good punch. Can they figure out the combination to this sink?
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
much for boxing. This is a fist fight. A perfect counter lands. Nice exchange here from both men. Can't find a home in that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
You've got to be confident. You've got to take that confidence away.
Here we go to the fourth round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punching. Defense is not an option for these two. Punch, counter punch. They exchange punches. Nice counter shot. Do you believe this? Nice counter punch right up the middle. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Garcia in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them. Finally,
Come on.
back into the fray here in round 5. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
When you watch lightweights, you expect high-level footwork and hand speed, and that's what we're getting here this afternoon. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Catch and shoot. Good one. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
That counter punch caught him clean. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. talk about Garcia in that last round.
Doing. I need you to focus on what...
Let's start the 6th. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Tried to score with a jab. The jab misses. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast. Oh, wait a minute! Right now, the Flash is seeing flashes after that shot. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This fight a little bit closer than I think. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and there's no way they're getting up from that. It is a clean knockout. They knew it when they threw it. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing up to that.
Listen to me. Are you okay?
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.
Real generals back in the building. Trust. Tell a man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Pull up on a set, I might let man know what time that this is. If man move wicked, make man swim with the sharks and fishes. Respect my wishes, got bare creps and I step like kisses. And my fit stay clean like dishes. That's why gal wanna give man kisses. Gal wanna give man hugs. I don't drink and I don't do drugs. I used to wear my heart on a
All right, I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times. And what I say you must obey. Good luck. And fight.
Okay, now, you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. Get out there and switch on. Get this boxing back together.
Do your business.
Do you want to win this fight? I need to get that out there.
Let's do it.
Listen, you switched off. What you doing? Get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible...
Do your business. One, two, three, four. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Okay, now, you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on, you've let him back into this. You better... Back.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Come to me.
Do you want to win this fight? I need you to switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind on the job. Get back.
Let's go.
you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes. You're switching off. You're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp. The fight's not over yet. You've got to go out there and win this round. You had